opening thoughts on the 15-5 win today?
Thought we did a great job of just foot on the gas pedal. Didn't play to the score, didn't play to, the opponent, whatever it was, right? We just played San Diego baseball straight up all the way through. They scored. They got a credit to them, a great fifth inning, I think it was, where they got 5 runs. And then we answered back with 3, and that's always the goal is to, hey, when they punch, you punch back. That's a good team. And I mean, to come out with a win like that was huge, but I think our process really set the tone all the way through. I mean, we scored in almost every inning but one, and that was consistent all the way through. So I thought that was great. And then Kyle Bade just did an excellent job. Really, really pleased with his performance, his poise on the mound. He's such a competitor. He works so hard, but also he had a looseness too, a confidence about him. And I think the more and more he keeps toeing the rubber and going out there, I think he's seen it to believe it. And I just thought he did an exceptional job tonight.
Why did you decide to leave him in there in that last inning? And what are the main benefits of doing that and letting a kid work his way out of issues that early in the season when you got a comfortable lead?
100%. I think it's a great question. Adversity, right? And we talk about responding from adversity all the time. And, keep going out there. Got to get that final out. Maybe you're not getting a couple calls that were close. Thought he struck out the lefty there with the 3-2 slider. It was borderline, ball forwarded. Okay, let's see what you got. Respond, right? Keep responding. Oh, give up a knock. Respond again. And I wanted to see what he was made out of. And I think, Grady's just doing an excellent job with, just calling the game and working back and forth with the pitchers and the communication. And I think it was a great opportunity to let Kyle kind of, let's get through this 5th inning, buddy. Here we go. And he did it. He did a great job with it.
How about Seaback, too? I mean, he's a guy that looked like he's starting to get a little bit more confidence, more and more confident as he pitches. Love to see that out of a young guy and somebody that you have said has got a really bright future.
Yeah, the swagger's coming a little bit too, and like you said, the confidence. I mean, he came on the scene late in the recruiting process. Nobody knew him, nobody wanted him, and again, credit to Grady, was out watching him at nearby Mesa College over the summer, and he was recruited by a lot of Division II schools, and I think we were the only Division I school on him, and he made a big leap, and Grady came in and pounded the table, like, we got to get this guy, and Caleb's been nothing but a gem as far as his work ethic off the field, his attitude, and the confidence, right? And I think every time he keeps going out there, you can just see he's kind of even head bobbing a little bit, bobbing his head and attacking the zone. And it was great because he had a long, we had a long bottom of the 6th, and to run him back out there for the 7th, kind of faced a little adversity, hit the leadoff guy, walked a guy, I think walked another guy, then, then settled in and made some pitches. And that was great to see for a young guy.
Top 4 in the order had 8 hits, 10 runs scored, drove in a lot of the runs, a lot of your damage. You got to love that as an offensive coach, seeing your 4 guys at the top. Yeah,
I mean, if you could draw it up, that would be the dream, right? To have the top 4 guys and honestly all 9 of them to do damage and credit to them. I mean, CJ's been, scuffling a little bit, but man, it's so awesome. We talk about it in our program, so much of it's just about competing, not feeling sorry for yourself, not getting in your feelings. And that guy's a definition of just competing. He wants to win so bad. And then he feeds off of Lobby behind the plate. Lobby's just doing such a great job of leading this team, and his energy is infectious. And then Howie, putting Howie in the leadoff spot, trying to still get a feel for Howie a little bit. We're banged up a little bit here with Belt and now Mydroth a little bit, but guys are stepping up and put Howie in the leadoff spot tonight. I thought he did a great job of doing what he did. He hit another triple again, big RBI there, and he's been in the 5 hole, and you can just see his maturity. I've been really proud of what Howie's been doing, and then Spring too. I mean, again, coming over from Stanford, 5th-year grad guy, he's so calm, and his presence is so calm, and he's so consistent, which balances out all the high energy guys, and Steady Eddie, and then give Tanner Kern as a freshman so much credit, man. I mean, hitting in the 5 hole tonight too as well, and some hit by pitch, some quality bats, backside RBI to the left side, which we had a couple of those tonight. Got one to right field, which was great to see with 2 outs, and then Lobby shot one to right field too as well, along with his homer. So 1 through 9, really pleased with the bottom too. I mean, Mestis and Diego. Diego's a freshman in there. Got some good bunts down tonight. Got a swing bunt for a knock. Some good at bats. Smoked one to short. And yeah, I mean, just it's all hands on deck. You never know when your name's going to get called, and you better be ready to play.
Yeah, everybody in the lineup got a hit, as you mentioned. Jaden Lobliner, great start to the season, obviously. Great 3 days in a row. He's been hitting a lot of home runs. What's been the biggest change in his from last year to this year in terms of his success?
I think it's the confidence, and I think that it's ownership. We talk about ownership. That was our word this year for kind of the team. I mean, we reading the book Extreme Ownership as a team, and in the fall, and that's all these guys have done is take ownership of this team, this program, the university, so on and so forth. San Diego across the chest, and I mean, I think that's where it starts, and he's owning his role as the catcher, the captain, the leader, and I think that's allowed himself to not feel like he's got to be the guy. So it allows him to really take on that role and play great behind the plate and help the pitchers get through it, and then just try to have good quality at bats, hit the ball hard, not try to do too much. And I think that's really showing. I mean, with the ball, after hitting the pull side homer to get us up 2-0, and then he backs the ball up and smokes one in the right to score another, I think, run or two. That to me shows that, okay, the game's slow for him. He's not trying to do too much, and the guy just wants to win, and I think that spreads throughout the team.
Next couple of games, local teams, right? Local rivalries, San Diego State, UCSD. Again, continuing 5 straight games against 5 different opponents. We always talk about the weird oddities of college baseball and the schedule, and you guys got to just control what you can control. But, what about these next 2 games helps you guys for, obviously, the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's great. We really try to focus on playing our style baseball, right? We're going to play really good opponents along the way. We have a great non-conference schedule again, but it's about sticking with us and sticking with our process and sticking with our team, playing to our strengths at all times, focusing on what we do, knowing a little bit about the other team, but the game of baseball is hard no matter if you're playing the 27 Yankees or you're playing whoever it is. Anybody can win any day, and our focus and our goal and our mission is always to focus on what we do and take care of that, right? If we throw strikes, secure the baseball, play catch on the defensive end, and we have 1 through 9 quality at bats, then I have no doubt in my mind we're going to put ourselves in position to win.
Anything else for Coach? Covered it. Thanks, Coach.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
How'd you feel out there tonight and then your first start at Fowler Park?
Felt good. Kind of took a moment in the top of the first to kind of take it all in, sunny sky in the background, kind of exactly what I was envisioning when I decided to come here. And just wanted to get in strike one and go from there. It felt good, felt smooth, felt like it was coming out good.
Yeah, you seemed pretty locked in early on in the contest, but what pitches did you really feel were working early that you could just kept going to?
I think it all starts with getting the fastball in the zone, and then we had an idea, G and I, that the slider would be our put-away pitch today. That's how we would win. That's how we would get batters out, and I think forcing the hitters to swing and miss at a lot of the sliders late in counts is what really helped me out tonight.
Yeah, you're cruising to the first couple, then you got a little shaky there, but what does it mean for you that 2-5 let you try to finish that inning and go out there and go earn all 5 innings tonight?
It means a lot. I mean, I've definitely been in situations when things get hairy. It's a short leash, and it means a lot that the coaching staff has that confidence in me that I can get outs in any situation, no matter what. No matter what the count is, score is, who's up to bat. It means a lot that my leash is kind of expanding as I continue to make outings.
What did Coach Miller tell you in the 5th there when things were kind of not going your way?
He just told me that he has all the confidence in me to get out of this inning, and that it's he's coming out there to give me a breather, just to refocus myself and just go at it 1 pitch at a time to the hitter, not worry about the runs, because ultimately at that point in the game it was more about just getting back in the dugout than protecting a tight game.
Yeah, you got some early offense from Lobliner in the first, and then the 5 run in the second. I mean, you got to. How's that feeling going back out to the mound? You look at the scoreboard, your offense put up 7 runs in 2 innings.
No, it's amazing. It's a lot easier to go out there when you have a 7-run lead and you can just attack the strike zone with everything. You're not thinking about putting it in the perfect spot. You're just driving everything through the zone, forcing the other team to, get back.
Yeah, a couple of plays not really work out behind you defensively, but Mestis really made a really good play to end it. What was that play like from your vantage point?
I executed the pitch and the hitter put a good swing on it. So, my heart dropped a little bit, and then I saw him make that diving play and finish the play. And man, it was a relief. I knew that was probably the last hitter I'd face that night, and I just think it was, fitting that that he would pick me up like that because he's always in my corner, and I really enjoy pitching with him behind me.
Looking at your numbers from Oklahoma State, it's clear you've always been able to miss bats. You're throwing more strikes here now. How do you account for that? How's that progression gone?
It's gone great. I think it just comes down to confidence and being in an environment where every staff member has the utmost confidence in me to get outs, and on my end, just knowing that I'm a good pitcher and that I can let it eat all throughout the strike zone, and I don't need to be perfect out there. And I think that it's just more of a freeing feeling knowing that I got guys in my corner that are going to let me fail and pick myself up, and they're going to always, stand by me. So I think it's that frees me up to just attack.
So it sounds like it's been more kind of a mental growth rather than change to your delivery. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's You hit the nail right on the head there. Yeah, it's definitely.
Did you get any information on your velocity tonight?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have that up in the booth. I was just curious if you knew what your fastball was coming in at.
Yeah, I have no idea. And honestly, it kind of makes me happy that the velocity is not on the board, because that way I'm just focused on executing pitch at a time and not worrying about, if my fastball is lower today or, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, you came out attacking. It was great to see. And, as Braden said, it was obvious that your coaches had confidence in you there in the 5th, and you rewarded them for that confidence. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, like from an average standpoint, probably not the start to the season that you had coming into this game. The on base is still very high. 2 really big knocks today. How does it feel knowing that you've been putting in the process and not getting the results, and you get the results tonight?
Yeah, it's felt good. We always talk about the process, not being result-oriented. You can get caught up with the results sometimes, but a really good coaching staff, really good teammates behind me, keeping me on track, and always have my back and consistently telling me that they have trust in me and they believe in me, and just it's not if but when, because we know we're all great hitters and eventually it'll come. So it's happy to get those today, but just all thank you to my coaches and teammates for having that trust in me.
You guys shoot in the middle a lot tonight. There's a lot of what were you hunting in your approach?
Yeah, hunting fastball. We thrive on the fastball, and we want to be good at hitting the fastball. So that was our approach today, and really driving that pitch over the shortstop's head is our approach right now. And being able to do that has been nice.
Everybody in the lineup contributed today. Everybody got a hit, which is awesome. Top 4 hitters with yourself. 8 hits, 10 runs scored. You guys are really cooking at the top. What was a big key to success, not only for you, but the guys around you?
Yeah, big key to success was just passing it to the next guy and really making sure that we get the next guy up. We call it bounce pass, trying to get the next guy up and just get a rally going and keeping everything in check. So, yeah.
Pitching staff looked pretty good today, too. How cool is it to see that this coaching staff let Kyle continue there and let him finish that inning?
Yeah, it was super cool. We have Kyle's back, and I trust Kyle. Seeing Kyle in the fall, knowing how dominant he is, being able to face him in the fall, knowing how good he is and how good his stuff is. So I have that full faith in him, and I know our coaching staff does to let him ride as long as possible, because he's our guy that we want in every situation. So.
From an offensive perspective, how good can this group be? Just the way you guys have handle at bats and the way
Yeah.
you guys, or you watch your teammates handle at bats too.
I feel like we're just scratching the surface right now. There's still so much to grow and so much to learn from. I think we're doing really well right now, but we have so much to grow. And what I've seen in the fall is we're just on the surface, and we have guys that are just ready to roll and ready to get that opportunity when that comes.
They had a couple of interesting shifts against you with the infield in and 3 guys on one side
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Do you notice that at all when you're at the plate? And I know you don't want to I know knowing 2-5, you're not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Do you notice when teams shift you?
Yeah, so usually the first at bat I don't notice it. I'm really locked in, and then I look around. I'm like, well, there's nobody on the side. So I kind of sometimes I'll look at that third baseman and make sure he's keeping in check, because I'll lay a drag down if he lets me. So I do end up noticing it and talking to 2-5 about that. He's always letting me know, and don't change anything. Keep the approach, and just keep driving baseballs.
Was it mostly inside pitches that you got during those shifts, or did they leak anything over the middle or outside?
Honestly, they didn't really. I got a couple inside pitches there, but a couple leaked over the middle, and they were still pounding me away. So I think they were just hoping I'd roll over, or thinking that, like in the past, what I've done this year has been a lot of that. So being able to stick with the approach and drive the ball the other way is what my approach is and what my mental is.
Obviously, this year, this day and age in college baseball, I mean, guys are moving a lot of different spots. You get to play a team that you were a part of last year. How's that feel going back to Tony Gwynn Stadium tomorrow?
I'm super excited. The boys are hyped. We're not saying taking it personal, but that's just the mindset going into it. We're trying to be the best team in San Diego, and hopefully we get to show that tomorrow.
Your 2 hits were both basically dead up the middle. Was that a conscious effort to go middle of the field with those?
Yeah, been getting real pull happy lately these first couple games. So this weekend I've been really trying to drive the ball the other way, really hit a low line drive through the shortstop, and was able to show that off today. First at bat, I think I K'd up and was like, all right, I really got to really hone in on that, and I think I was able to do that in the next at bat with 2 strikes, especially with 2 strikes, and being able to back that pitch up and drive that the other way.
When you're at your best, where are you hitting the ball? Where are your hits going when you're hot?
At the best, everything's up the middle. I think I have the most power to the middle of the field. So if I can keep it there, and when I'm going hot, those pitches are spraying left center, right center, dead center. Hopefully getting over their head.
And what pitch do you like to hit the best?
I'd say fastball high and away. Okay. I feel like I can get to that pitch the best. I feel like I can stay on top of it. And my favorite drill in the cage is high tee. So really working on staying on top, creating that backspin. I try to hit every ball with some backspin. So that pitch really lets me do that.
Is that true facing a lefty or a righty?
I'd say it's true. Most for righty, for me, for lefties, I struggle a little bit more. For me, I pull off a lot on lefties, so really trying to stay in there, keep the shoulder in, and really try to drive the ball to the shortstop head. But yeah, for lefty too, I just try to see something up and bang it.
Thank you, CJ.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys.